I put up the poll, you voted, and the next horror franchise you all wanted me to review involved this guy. That's right, this guy's Chucky, and we are going to play on TikTok. So here we go. The very first Child's Play movie. I have something of a love-hate with the early days of Chucky, principally because I was among the many kids who had a My Buddy doll. And more on the story of what became of that My Buddy doll later on down the line. But in the meantime, let's talk about the greatness of the original Child's Play movie. Upon revisiting this one, I was actually taken by how legitimately mature the film is. Despite the fact it's called Child's Play, despite the fact that the killer looks like this, I actually really admired the fact of how the film really does take its time, really does very gradually ease you into the idea that it is a killer doll. Now, there have been killer doll movies in times past, but I don't think any of them have been done in the way that this one did, particularly since this one did have a lot of very profound things to say, particularly about consumerist culture, because around the time Don Mancini came up with this idea, of course, the Cabbage Patch riots were in full swing, and he was astonished by how crazy people were acting over these mounds of stuffing and plastic. It was just kind of odd. And here was him commenting on this, and the idea that, that the icon to which becomes the object of desire for our kids is this little monster that pretty much contaminates the family setting. And again, Don Mancini does such a wonderful job setting up this family unit, especially with the single mother played by Catherine Hicks, and little Alex Vincent, who is very endearing, is easily one of the best kids in horror. Like, if you ever had a horror film with a kid protagonist, easily Andy Barclay, played by Alex Vincent in the early days, is no question one of the best. But of course, the big guy we got to talk about is Chucky himself. Now, it's one thing that you have the spectacular animatronic effects, I believe by Kevin Yeager. Yeah, Kevin Yeager. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But the fact that he did such an incredible job bringing him to life. But then you got Brad Dourif, who, bear in mind, the guy was an Oscar nominee for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and here he is imbuing life into a homicidal killer doll, and that's the role that has pretty much defined his career. So it's kind of a beautiful thing. But the best part is, despite how long ago the movie came out, it still holds up. There's moments of incredible tension, and it's legitimately scary, not just in an ironic way. So it still works, and I love it.